Hey, it's Richard Butler here, and I'm here every Monday and Thursday at 4 p.m. EST. On Mondays, I help you make sense of what is worth buying this week for your business, if anything, because sometimes there's nothing worth buying. And on Thursdays, I teach you real techniques for your business. Now, first of all, make sure that you subscribe to my channel so that you will be updated when I update a new training. Now, in this second episode, I want to talk about what you need for your business. We're talking about whether you need a website or not. Huh? But doesn't everybody need a website? Well, maybe not. In the first episode, I mentioned that you need to know what you are actually going to do and what service you're going to provide. So I assume you've thought about what you want to sell or offer. If not, go and watch this video, which should be a link should be just up there. Now, the thing is, depending on who you listen to, they will try and sell you everything that you need. But hold on, let's take this one step at a time because we need to learn to crawl before we can walk, before we run. Maybe you actually don't need a website. Now, I've already said that. And that's like, what? Everybody needs a website, Richard. But no, that's not always the case. I actually mean it. Maybe you could run your whole business via a Facebook group. Have you ever thought about that? Maybe you don't need the complications of a website. Now, there are pros and cons to running your business via a Facebook group. The main pro is it is free, and perhaps your audience are already on Facebook, so there's very little for them to do. And Facebook does like it when you keep everything on Facebook and don't link out to websites. But the main con is that if Facebook, for some reason, closed down your group, for whatever reason it may be, then you could end up losing everything because you have no control over it. It happens rarely, but it could happen. So, what other options are there for you? Well, you could get a free WordPress blog over at wordpress.com. And again, this is free and avoid you having to get what we call your own hosting and domain setup. Don't worry, I will explain that just in a moment. The only con of using WordPress is that your web address might be something like mycoaching.wordpress.com. It's not the worst, but a lot of people prefer mycoaching.com. Now, my preferred method would be to have a simple web page or simple website, and then that will allow you to have something like an About Me page and a page to promote your offer. For this, you will need what we call hosting and a domain name, but that shouldn't cost too much. Now, what you could then do is you could direct people to your simple website. They find out more about you and they can sign up for your offer. And from there, you direct them to your own private Facebook group. So you're using like a mix of both of these things. But there is another option too, but it depends on what you're doing. If you were to set up a course, then you could use a free site like udemy.com or udemy.com, which is great because it already has a huge and hungry audience who are willing to buy your course. And remember, right now with COVID, people are looking for courses. So the big question here is exactly what do you want to do? What is your offer? And then we can decide how to offer it. Because if it's a course, Udemy is the way. If it is an ebook, maybe it's a web page. If it's a mix, maybe it's a Facebook group. But, and this is a big, huge but, you don't need to go out and spend hundreds of dollars in order to set yourself up. Of course, you can. And there are many gurus who will gladly take your money and offer you a service to set everything up for you for quite a bit of money. But I really believe I really do believe you can do this quite cheaply. Now, do let me know if this is something you're interested in, of getting to know more about it, as it is something I will talk about in my Profit from Your Passion Bootcamp, which I am starting in November. And what's the Profit from Your Passion all about? Well, we'll get on a call each day for 5 days for 1 hour to talk about how you can take your passion and profit from it. You see, too many people are following information that is either at too high a level for where they are right now, or is simply not correct. And the guru has put themselves up here and says you have to do this when you don't. What I want to do is to start you off on the right path by delving into the ideas, delving into your passions, the things that you want to do every day, and those that will make you money. Because you don't want to be doing something every single day that you hate doing. Why would you do that? Just get a job. So let me ask you, are you ready to join me? Just let me know below in the comments and I will reach out to you and give you more details. Once you have your passion and your profitable idea set up from the bootcamp, we can then progress to see how we actually deliver that particular product or service to your audience. People want your product or service. As I said, you could be an electrician, you could be a coach, you could be a maths teacher, a science teacher, a Spanish teacher, anything. And people want what you have to offer. You just have to plan it out and get it out there. And that is what the bootcamp that I'm putting together can do for you. Now, leave any questions that you may have. I will answer them. If you want to be notified of the bootcamp, let me know as well. And what I'll do is I will drop a link to where you can sign up to get more information. And this isn't going to be something that is going to be outrageously expensive. In fact, you are going to get so much value from this. It will be no more than $47. I still haven't priced it yet. Could be 37, could be 47. It'll be 5 hours of calls, one call a day, which will be recorded. So you've no excuse. If you can't make it, you can always watch the recording. And there will be a Facebook group. I'm limiting this to not too many people. I don't want to have thousands of people in this because I want it small so that I can really, really help you. Remember to subscribe and like my channel. Like this video, share it, do whatever you want. But do spread the word that I am here to help you and others. And make sure that you tune in on Monday at 4 p.m. EST, where I'll be telling you what's good to buy for your business and what to avoid, because there's a couple of launches coming up. And yeah, you need to avoid them. But every Monday, I talk about that in my State of the Internet address. I'll talk to you on Monday at 4 p.m. EST.